have you been? I've been calling all over for you.
Just driving, walking.
What, did you go by the Logans?
Yes.
Talk to Donna?
No, I didn't talk to her.
No, she wasn't home.
I don't know if she was home.
Well, I thought that was the reason why you went to see her.
It was, but, once I got there, I decided to check the garage.
Where your brother was staying.
Is staying.
Is staying? He's there?
Yeah.
Well, that's good news, isn't it?
Good news.
Margo, I mean, you seem a little out of it. What's going on?
I just should never have gone over there.
Why?
Something happened.
Something happened between you and Jake?
Yes.
Well, what?
He told me something.
Well, what did he tell you?
Oh, Bill, I was sick in the car.
Honey, what's going on between you two?
I gotta call him.
Just wait just a minute. I want to know what exactly is happening between you two.
It's something so hideous I can't even put it into words.
Hello.
Good. You're there.
I was about to go out.
Well, don't. I want to talk to you.
All right, Macy. I want to hear everything now. You went over to the Forresters. Thorne had already spoken to his family, and then what happened?
Well, it wasn't pretty, Mother.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
I think with the exception of Felicia, they were all very much opposed to this engagement.
Well, we expected that, didn't we? They weren't cruel to you, were they?
Oh, no, nothing like that.
Well, how did Thorne react?
He was very upset by it all.
He didn't make a scene, did he?
No, I got him out of there before that happened.
Good. That was very smart of you, honey. That was very, very smart of you.
All in all, I guess it could have been worse.
Then you're still going to be married?
Yes, of course we are. In fact, we even set a date.
Oh, Miss. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm very glad that you're home, Thorne.
Well, I'm not going to be here long.
I want to talk to you about what happened with the family.
Mother, it's all right. I understand your position. I'm not happy about it, but I understand it.
Really?
Really. And that's exactly what it is. It's your position. It's not my position. And I'm not going to let it affect me one iota. I'm marrying Macy on October 23rd.
The 23rd of October.
That's right, and you will all be invited, and if you wish to be there, that would be very nice. And if you choose not to, that's your loss.
Where were you going?
What?
On the phone, you said that you were going somewhere.
Oh, it was a job interview.
Jake, have you seen a doctor
A doctor?
since you've left home?
What kind of doctor?
A psychiatrist? Psychologist?
No.
I think that you need to see someone.
I think that's a good idea.
You need help, you know.
I know, after what I've been through, I think you may be right.
Of course I'm right.
So, do you know any good shrinks?
I could probably get some names.
I appreciate that. While you're at it, though, give a list to Dad. He needs it worse than I do.
No, Jake, I don't think so.
Oh, you set the date for your wedding. That's wonderful.
How does an October wedding sound?
October. Sounds fine. Sounds good. October. What? October's got you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What day in October? What is the date you plan to be married?
October 23rd. We're going to be married on my birthday.
Oh, Macy. It's perfect. It's perfect. It is so terribly, terribly appropriate, isn't it? Oh, Macy, honey, I'm going to give you a wedding. I'm going to give you a wedding the likes of which this town has never seen.
Just wait, just one moment, Mother, really. I want the Forresters to be involved.
Oh, of course. Of course, honey, so do I.
Well, at the moment, Mother, they are nowhere near wanting to become involved. In fact, Mr. Forrester won't even give us his approval.
What are you saying?
What I am saying, Mother, is I'm not going to rub their faces in this. I want a wedding, and I want one desperately. Flowers and gowns and a beautiful reception. I want this to be a day that I will never forget.
It will be, honey. You'll see. It will be.
Only if the Forresters are a part of it. And if they're not, if they continue to be opposed to our marriage, then Thorne and I will just have to go off and get married quietly.
Oh, no, Macy. No, I don't want it like that.
Well, neither do I, Mother. But I am not going to insult them with a big, lavish wedding. I just won't do it. Not if they're against it. I want them to like me, Mother, and they are going to like me. Even if it means sacrificing my own wedding.
You don't see, do you?
I told you I do understand.
No, you don't, not really.
Mother, Macy is Sally Spectra's daughter. Sally Spectra is our enemy.
It's more than that.
I am not blind, Mother. I can see all of your points. Macy kept her identity from me, and as a result, she was very open to all sorts of suspicions. And the most obvious being that she and her mother were trying to use me to get to the Forrester family. That's obvious. And it's very logical, and I do understand it. But what you don't understand is that I know Macy. And I believe her. And when she tells me that she didn't tell me who her mother was, it was because she was afraid of losing me. That is the issue here. It's a matter of belief. And I choose to believe Macy.
I understand.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. I understand. But what you just said has absolutely nothing to do with the real issues. It isn't Macy, or that she lied, which I do not approve of. That really doesn't get to the issue. It's much more than that. Much more than
right, Mother, I admit it, you have piqued my curiosity. You tell me why you would object to me marrying Macy if it isn't because you suspect her of undermining us. Tell me.
I don't have any idea what Macy's up to, neither does anyone else in this family.
Wrong. I do. Mother, Macy is up to nothing.
You may very well be right, but I don't know that. And that isn't even the point. Thorne, we have a business. A business that has provided us with an enormous income and with a standing in this community. Here in Los Angeles, all over the world for that matter. It has provided opportunities for a lot of people. Hundreds of employees specifically. And generally speaking, we affect the lives of a lot of people in a very beneficial way. Now that being that, you tell me, where would you draw the line? What risks would you take or not take when it comes to the survival of Forrester creations? I'll tell you. You draw the line here. You take no risks and no gambles in a business that can affect the lives of many, many people. Do you agree or don't you?
Sweetheart, you're not going to have to sacrifice your wedding. Give the Forresters some time. I know we can count on them to come around.
Mother, do you understand their position? I really don't think you do.
Sure. They don't like me, and they don't like my husband. Of course I understand.
Mother, it is more than dislike, and you know that. They see us as a real threat.
I don't think Eric Forrester and his two boys have been ever threatened by anybody.
Maybe not until Clark Garrison came along. Mother, if you really want to see this wedding come off, I think the best thing that you can do to help is to work on Clark.
Clark is not going to be any problem. I'll take care of it. I can assure you of that. And if you want me to, I will assure the Forresters of the same thing.
Well, if you can guarantee that, Mother, then October 23rd, you can see me at the altar dressed in white.
Oh, darling. Oh, and that has got to be one of the happiest days of my life. One of the very happiest.
Wait, I don't get it. Huh? What are you saying?
Dad's not the one who needs help.
Margo, look, I know you told me he's doing better, but that does not change the fact that Dad abused me.
Have you talked to him about this?
Never, no, I couldn't, I wouldn't.
So he doesn't know how you feel?
What do you mean he doesn't know how I feel? Of course he knows how I feel. I mean, he may be a child molester, Margo, but he's not an idiot. I'm sorry, Margo, I can't talk about this without getting angry.
Jake, how old were you?
When it happened? I was very young.
How young?
I don't know. Maybe 5 years old.
Maybe? You're not sure?
It's not something I dwell on, okay? In fact, if anything, I try to block this out.
All I'm saying is if you were that young, how do you really know what was going on?
What do you mean, I don't know?
Well, sometimes children have fantasies. They have hallucinations. It happens all the time.
Wait a second, wait a second. What are you saying?
I'm saying that this might not have happened the way you think it happened.
You don't believe me. You still don't believe me. Is that it? Is that what you're telling me?
I am not asking you or Dad or any of us to take a risk with Forrester Creations because Macy is not a risk.
You may know that in your heart, Thorne, but I don't. And neither does your father. Therefore, we're going to act prudently.
What are you asking me to do, Mother? How do you expect me to convince you?
Well, I think it's obvious. We need time. Time to get to know Macy.
Trust me, Mother, you're going to have plenty of time to get to know Macy because I intend to have her around here a lot.
Time before you get married.
Okay. If that's the case, Mother, you have 1 month.
Honey, that's not enough time.
How much time do you need?
6 months?
Out of the question. October, 4 weeks. Mother, that's final.
Just tell me. Would you look at me and tell me? Margo, do you believe me or not?
Look what you're asking me to believe.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe, but it's true.
You're talking about our father. Our father. A man who sacrificed his entire life for us, for you, not just for me.
I know. You still cared about him. You do, and you love him, and I'm sorry about that. But the facts, Margo, are the facts.
Okay. Then why don't we talk about those facts? You say that he abused you. Sexually.
Yeah.
Yet the whole time, he loved me purely as a father loves a daughter. There was never even a hint of anything else. Not once.
Well, I can't explain that.
Well, you know, Jake, it was more than love. He was dedicated to us. He lived for my growth, for my development, for my success. I couldn't have asked for a more perfect father.
Well, it wasn't that way for me.
So you're saying that the entire time he was treating me that way, he was molesting you? Oh, Jake, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but I cannot believe that. He stood by me too many times, and he stood by you. I watched him. I can never, ever, ever believe this about Dad.
Yeah, he stood by me at times. He was there when I needed him. Margo, there was this dark side to him. A side I thank God you don't know. A side I wish to God I didn't. But it's a side that I kept inside of me all of these years. I didn't want you or anyone else to know. Because I guess I still wanted to believe him. I wanted to believe that he cared. In spite of everything, you know, cared for me the way he cared for you. This is my father. My dad. You know, you learn things from your dad. If there's anyone in this world a son should be able to go to and trust, it's his father. His dad. Isn't that right? Well, I couldn't do that, Margo. I wasn't allowed to. Instead, I felt guilty. I felt dirty. Unworthy of his love. Unworthy of all love. It's because of those nights. Those nights when he'd come into my room. Never mind. I'm sorry I ever said anything. Just forget it. Just go. Okay? It never happened. That's what you want to believe, isn't it? It never happened? It never happened. Okay? It never happened. God. Please tell me this never happened.